Hi, everybody. Welcome to Touching Worlds. Today I'm doing an eclectic kind of class, mixed of movement, and I'm going to do a little bit of song and some inspiration. So be happy. You like my t-shirt? I thought it was appropriate for today. Wanted to share some inspiration with you. I have these deck of cards called Wisdom Cards by Hay House, which Louise Hay started, and she wrote these. And there's a deck of cards in each one, really beautiful art. And I highly recommend. I love these. I have several different ones. And today I picked this one. My love is limitless. And on the back it says, and I'll flip it, one of the bonuses about loving myself is I get to feel good. So it's a good message. You can see it better on the recording because I am doing the recording. I am doing Facebook Live. So I thought my love is limitless. That is really good. I know I am pushing myself and doing music as well. You know, I'm a wannabe musician just because I enjoy it so much. So I thought we would start our class before we kind of settle and meditate and relax into our bodies with movement, that we do some singing to kind of get us to a higher place if we're not there already, right? So this is a song. I'm going to play the rhythm first, and then I'll kind of tell you the lyrics. Some of you may know it. I learned it from my music teacher, Timothy Frantzich, and I'll put that information on YouTube and the link on the recording. But it's called A Malama. So it's a Hawaiian song, and if you Google it, the A is actually spelled with an E, and it's ma lama. So it's kind of like that saying. And there's it's a really nice rhythm. So let me just play you the song first. Let me do that again. So I'll do it really slow with the words. So it goes, hey, ma, mama, hey, and then we go, hey, ma, mama, hey, and then slightly different, hey, ma, lama, oh no, hey, hey. So let's do that again. Nice and slow. Hey, ma, lama, hey, hey, ma, lama, hey, ma, lama, oh no, hey, and then after you sing that a few times, you can also sing the lyrics, earth and sky, sea and stone, hold this land in sacredness. So let's sing that. That's the English. Earth and sky, sea and stone, hold this land in sacredness. That my voice. Earth and sky, sea and stone, oh, this land is sacred. Okay, my voice could be better, but it's good enough. Earth and sky, sea and stone, oh, this land is sacred. All right, now I'm going to add on to it. So we talked about my love is limitless, and I was playing with this before I started the class, and I'm like, that works perfect with this rhythm. So we'll say it over and over again, the 3 times when we do the 3 different changes of chords. So, my love is limitless. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. Hey. So let's do that a few more times, that fun variation. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. Hey. I'm really enjoying that. Let's do that a few more times. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. Hey. One more time. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. Hey. Okay, well, let's do it one more time slow now. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. My love is limitless. Hey. All right. So that is some music to center you, gather you, hopefully uplift you, and we can do some movement to center ourselves. So here's another really great affirmation that I do of Louise Hay's, and it's for the month of July. So this month, I look forward for ways to express my appreciation for the beauty of life. I unconditionally love who I am and express gratitude for others. Life reflects back to me that love I give myself. So think about that as we center ourselves. I'm going to do it standing since I've been standing. So we want feet 2 fist distance apart, knees slightly bent, pelvis tucked in, hips, shoulders, ears in alignment. We want to imagine a string pulling us up towards the ceiling, connecting us to the clouds, to the sky, or to the ceiling. Feet are growing roots into the earth, 9 feet or as long as you want into the earth. You feel very grounded. Let's just notice our breath, our body, any sensations or sounds that you may be hearing. And let's breathe a little bit deeper, breathing in through the nose, filling up an imaginary balloon in our belly. And then we want to gently exhale, tightening in our pelvic floor muscles as we exhale, just thinking about it, it's good enough. And let's do that again, nice and relaxed. This is called Dantian breathing by Dr. Paul Lam. He talks about this extensively in Tai Chi for rehabilitation form. And let's do that one more time. And let's scan our bodies for any tension and discomfort, starting with the top of the head, going down the neck, the shoulders, the hands, the fingers. We're going to let go, soften, relax. Go further down the spine, to the hips, to the thighs, to the knees, to the ankles of the feet. Letting go, shedding, relaxing, letting go of what no longer serves you for your higher good. And let it be absorbed into the earth, composted, refertilized. And let's pull up some beautiful, fresh, new nutrients from the earth, through your feet, through the knees, through the hips, through the spine, through the shoulders, through the arms, to the neck, to the top of the head. And let's set our intention for today's practice. Maybe it's to be happy. Maybe it's saying, my love is limitless, feeling that love that we have in our hearts, sending it to people that are in need, sending it to yourself, and forgiving people that may have hurt your feelings. All right. Now let's begin with our warm-up movements by Dr. Paul Lam. So that is bringing droopy fingers up and hands slowly coming down. And we look at the floor. Bring the hands up, looking straight ahead. And now back down. And let's do that one more time. Imagine that you're in water, like you have a little bit of resistance. And now we're going to add on to it. So we're going to bring the hands up, turn, tuck the chin, bring it a little bit closer, pushing out, and now looking back down. And let's do that again. Feeling that water, perhaps, that you're imagining splashing your face, splashing your friend, or creating a wave and looking back down. And we'll do that one more time. And back down. Good. All right, so the next one, and looks like, hi, pretties, watching from Malaysia. So nice to see you. All right, so the next one, hands together, hand comes down, faces the earth, we turn. Now we're gonna open, turn our head about 60% of our comfort. It might look different than me because we all are different in our capabilities. And this is really nice to match the movement with your breathing. It doesn't matter how you breathe, but I generally like to breathe in as I open up the chest and exhale as I come back, but you can be different. Just nice and slow, deep breathing. And let's do that one more time, each side. Maybe going a little bit further than you did before. And now the other. Good. Relaxing the hands, relaxing the shoulders. And now we do a very micro, small. I'll even get closer so you can see. It's just a very minor. You should not be moving your shoulder frame, you know, just only the joints. So it's nice and small. And we move in one direction and then we're going to reverse it. So doesn't matter which one you started with, because we'll do both. All right, good. Takes a lot of effort to make it that small. So good job. All right, so now we do one called gathering chi. Chi is life force energy. So it could be the rain, could be the oxygen, could be the dust in the air. It's just energy that has it. I guess dust doesn't have energy, but you know what I mean. Life force. All right, so I'm going to bring the hands up. Hands circle around. But hey, maybe dust does have life. Maybe bacteria. So hands slowly coming down. Then we flip the wrist, bend your knees a little bit. Or if you're in a chair, lift your heels. Gathering the abundance that are all around us. And let's do it one more time. You can think of that phrase, my love is limitless. And bringing that love. Or maybe the love around us is limitless too. All right, good job. So the next movement is for the spine. You hold an imaginary ball, one heart, belly height, and heart and belly. Bottom hand rises up, gently push down, keeping a bend in the arms, and then bring them back in. You can bend your knees a little bit and then gently stretch up a little bit. Or if you're in a chair, you can lift your heels as you raise the hands and then bring them back down as the hands come together. Thinking about your breathing, filling up the tummy with air, and then exhale. But again, if that feels wrong, do what feels right for you. Whenever we do movement, we always want to be comfortable with what we do. It should not hurt. If it does, we ask you not to do it. And then bring it back. And the other side. I think that was 3, but I did not say one more time. So let's do it one more time. Holding that imaginary ball, like you're pressing some air down and then you're gently pushing the air up. Coming back, and we'll do it on the other side. This is called separating heaven and earth. And then bring the hands back together. So whatever hand elbow is on top, we're going to turn in that direction very, very small. We do not shift our weight at all. We keep all the weight in. So just turning a little bit. This hand is like in my inner thigh area. We flip the ball and then we gently go back across. This is to help with our spine. Just imagining the fluid joints to getting in the joints where it needs to go. The site fluids and going across. And if you have any spine issues, just imagine that you're doing this instead. Let's do it one more time. Flipping the hands, and then we go across. All right, so let's do the hips. I want to show you the two variations. If you're in a chair, let me show you the variation first. So you're just going to lift the foot, place it down, and then, oh, sorry, I'm doing that. Let me do it right. Okay, lift the foot out. And it looks like on the recording, you can't see that, but you can on Facebook. So tilt the camera just a little bit more. Okay, perfect. So we lift the foot out, bring the foot in, hands go up and down. And now we do it the other side, bring it both back in. If you are standing, it's a lot more involved. We go out to use a chair. If you have any balance concerns and you want to push yourself, you can hold on to the heels in front, hands in the back. You can use this for support in the front or the side, however your room is set up. Just make sure you have enough space. All right, so then we pause, and then we put the foot to the side, a little behind, hands in the front. Back to the center, and heel in front. So that's considered one. Now we do it again. And that's back to center. That's considered two. We'll do it one more time, same foot. We try to do a repetition of 3 generally. Back to center. And the heel in front. And now we do the other side. So I don't need a chair. So heel in front, hands in the back, pausing, placing the foot to the side, behind. Back to center. The knee is bent with all the weight in it. Just a micro bend, and there is no shifting of weight. It may look like it, but it's not. You can see I've been shifted. We'll do it one more time. Back to center, and the heel in front. All right, so you can tap that out if it feels a little sore. All right, the next movement in a chair first. Let me show it to you. If you're in a chair, you just lift the foot, keep the foot straight, bring it back in, other side. Open up the hip and bring it in. Hands look the same, sitting or standing. So if you're standing, just make sure you have enough room. Place the foot. The knee is bent with the weight in it. So this one has the weight, and then I bring that in. All right, so the hands look the same, sitting or standing, but that's what you do with the legs. If it's confusing to do hands and feet, focus on the feet because it's a hip movement, okay? So hand goes straight out, other hand goes across near, but not touching. And then we lift the opposite foot, gently press, relax, letting go, and then to the other side. So you can think about engaging these tummy muscles as you gently press. Or just think about pressing, making sure we have our balance. Let's do it one more time, each side. And the other. All right, good. So the next is for the knees. Let me show it to you in the chair first. Feet are in a V, hands by your hips. They're hollowed fist. We lift the one foot, we tap it, opposite arm goes out. We bring both back in. Tap and extend the arm. If you're in a chair, you may also kick. You can do toe first, heel first, instead of tapping. See what you like. If you are standing, we do recommend just tapping, unless you've been doing Tai Chi for a very long time. So tap, extend the opposite arm, and then bring both back in. This is a very nice, relaxing move. If you go really slow, you might feel a nice stretch in the upper back. Remember to keep the leg with the weight on a little bent. We'll do it one more time each side. All right, good job. So the next one, if you're in a chair, we lift the foot, put the heel of the toe down, and then we shift the weight. And then we come back, other side, heel, toe, and shift. All right, so if you're standing, we actually do shift the weight. So we lift the heel, foot, heel, toe, shift the weight, arms goes out. Then we come back, place the foot down, heel, toe, and shift. Might feel a little nice, gentle stretch. You might enjoy that slowness. It's hard to go slow, but it feels so good when you go slow. It's kind of like massage. You don't want a fast massage, not unless you're like gonna be an athlete or you're sore, right? But you would want a slow massage, one that really goes slow. So imagine that's what we're kind of doing, internally massaging our muscles just by moving, which helps releases the fascia. Let's do it one more time each side. Feeling that connection with the earth before we shift the weight. Bringing that foot in and the other side. All right, good job. The last is the ankles. It looks the same sitting or standing. So you can put your hands where you like, tap the heel and the toe up and down. And then we can do the other side, up and down. And now we can do big toe, little toe. Only the ankle, not the knee, not the hip. It's pretty hard if you've never done it before, but I promise you, once you do it, like maybe a couple months, maybe a year, you will do it. Unless you've had injuries, you know. But it's the intention, just thinking of moving the ankles only. All right, good job. So that is some beautiful movement by Dr. Paul Lamb. I know last week we did some Tai Chi for Better Balance, which is a YMCA program that started off from Tai Chi Chua. I believe is that what you pronounce the name. So they took that form, modified it a little bit, and teaches that. So let's do that. What we did last week. We did learn the commencement. We did learn how to hold the ball, and that can kind of be our new movement. And perhaps we can do a little bit of the next movement, parting the horse's mane. So let's begin with the foot together. That's how we begin the form. Palms are inward. And if you don't know it, it's okay. It's just it's a simple movement. So you step out with the left foot. So I'm going to mirror you guys. So if you're smart, you'll realize it's my right, but it's left to you. Okay. So we step out with the left foot. The hands rise up and down. You can lift your heel up and down, and you can try that again if you want. Bring the hands up and down. And when the hands come down, then the hand comes on top. And then we step out and we flip the hands and we bring the foot in. It's called hold the ball. And you know, some people do it a little different, might go in the front. But how I was taught was side to side, but you may do in the front, which is a nice combination of what we're doing if we do the other movements. So we do start doing forward stepping and backward stepping in the form. All right. And then let's bring the hands across over the shoulders. Hands go out and come down. That signifies the ending. So that's a really nice move, isn't it? And then you bring your left foot in, okay? So the next movement involves stepping forward a little bit. You can also step forward with hold the ball as well if you want. But when we step forward, we want to have it not too far, a little bit comfortable. And you have the foot a little bit out. Shift your weight, but not all the way forward, just enough. Have a knee bent, and you shift it back. You bring the foot in, and the other foot, joins you. Then you can put that in front, heel toe, shift the weight, and then bring it a little bit out or in. For this move, some moves are different, but this one, you have a little bit out, then you bring it in, then we come in. So let's just practice that part. if you have space. Of course, if you don't have space, don't do that. But I want to see, I'm starting to be out. I'll do it one more time forward. So stepping out a little bit, your foot out at an angle, not much, because you do not want to feel uncomfortable. And lift the foot, coming forward, other foot, and then the other foot goes forward. And then bringing it back in. All right, so let's try that with the hold the ball, because maybe next week, I'm going to do that movement today so that next week, if we do feel comfortable, we can do parting horse's mane, or I can just show you that part. But let's do it with the hold the ball. So hold the ball, hands go around, not too hard, right? One at heart height, one at belly height. And you want to keep a little distance out. You don't want to be too far. You don't want to be right next to your body. So they always call it the turkey hand, a little hand size distance out. How you, and it's just hold the ball. Okay, so you can do it with the walking. So as far as I can in the back. So we step out a little bit, shift the weight, and then you lift forward and then come back. And then you can go to the other side, stepping out. And there's no, stepping out, sorry. And then back in, and you can flip the ball or just focus on the walking, because I've never taught it side to side, but I did see somebody do that variation. So you shift forward and you shift back and you just flip the ball, lifting the other foot, placing it down, out a little bit in an angle, shifting back. And then as you bring the other foot, bring that hand in. So generally in Tai Chi, the hand and the feet movement match together. So what I'm showing you is a variation of what I learned, like I said, but it kind of helps you with the next movement. So let me just kind of preview the next movement. You go out, you do that rocky motion, and you come in. So you kind of do that. So I'm trying to show you before you learn the hand movements. It's a little preview. What we'll try to do perhaps next week, if you guys want to do that, is parting horse's mane. But I want you to get the walking steps down. So stepping out, you get a little angle, not much, just turning the foot in a little bit, and then coming forward, placing the foot out, maybe at a slight angle, shifting back, lifting the toes, placing them down, and the feet are back together. And then you want that fist distance. So if you tend to have your feet together, sometimes smaller frame people do that. We want to get hip width apart so you have your balance. Okay, so let's do it without the hands, because that is a little weird. So stepping out, rocking, stepping back, lifting the foot, placing in, foot now is parallel. Stepping out, not too far. It should be a nice bend, not too far. Shifting forward, shifting back, and bring the foot in. Feet are parallel. So that's enough right there, right? You want to try flipping the ball. That's a variation. It's just kind of a mental challenge. So let's try it one time. Stepping forward, shifting the weight, bringing the other foot in if you want. And then the other side, stepping out. And like I said, I did not learn this variation that way, but I did see someone do that. So you can move the ball however you like. The main thing is practicing the foot movement. Okay, let's do just feet only, because that feels more natural for me. So feet are 2 feet distance apart. We shift our weight, step forward. We're going to go out a little bit with the left foot first, and then bring the foot in. And then the other right foot out a little bit, shifting back, bringing it in. Feet are parallel. So there you go. That's enough movement right there. But it is kind of fun to learn something new. Well, at least I enjoy teaching something new a little bit every time with you guys. So that is a nice movement. And then let's just signify the ending. Hands crisscross, hands go out, and then come back down. So that combination of walking forward with your hands can be however you like or feels comfortable, because how I was taught was, just side to side. But there is a lot of flexibility in that program, Tai Chi for Better Balance, because it's a wide program. So they let us to have a lot of flexibility. So that's why you kind of see a lot of variations if you Google it. Okay, so good job. I always like to do the tapping. So let's do the tapping that's in Spring Forest Qigong that they do harvesting Qi. Again, this is an eclectic class. Shows you all the different variations that I do teach. You know, and I can specialize in only that subject, you know, with lessons or group lessons if you like. All right, so what we do is begin with rubbing the hands. Let's take all that good energy. And then we gently bring 2 fingers up the nose, getting closer so you can see, around the forehead, down the cheeks. Thinking of love, right? Make it heart shaped. Heart shaped, my love is limitless, right? Let's do it one more time. Giving gratitude for the love in our life. All right, so we're gonna cup the hands, starting from the top to the back, or if you want, you can use your fingers. You get choices. Choices are always good. You can do both, okay? I know one form calls it 10 dragons run through the forest. That's one name for it that I saw. And Yochi, that's another style. I've done some of her, you know, daily energy routines before. So anyways, okay. Now let's do the cupping at the top of the head. Lean a little bit forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we do the back of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do the C7, the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gently rubbing, no cupping there. Okay. And then let's do the ears. So you can use your 2 fingers, going down your ears, pulling on the earlobe, gently rubbing, doing it at least 3 times. Anytime you want to feel more waking up, that's a really great way to do it. All right, so let's do the tapping for the eyebrows start. 2 fingers over your knuckles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then underneath the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do the cupping of the hands, starting with the left hand. So let me mirror you. Starting with the upper hand, then we flip it over. Let's do that one more time. Then let's do the armpits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then down the side of our torso. So this is really good to get the lymph flowing. All right, other arm, right arm, up and down. I'm mirroring you. From the shoulder to the wrist with a little hollow space, a little kind of puckered hand. And last time. And then we're going to do the armpit too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then down the side of our torso, at least 3 times. All right, good. Now we're going to do, oh, I didn't do the outside of the hands. You can do the inside or the side. I've seen it both ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. A lot of tapping there. So let's go to your left. I'm not going to mirror you. So just think I'm going to my left. We're going to go to circular direction of our digestive system. So starting at the stomach, going down, circling around. 2 fingers interlaced. I've seen this in a lot of programs. So this is a very common move. All right, good. Let's rub our hands a little bit more, creating beautiful friction between our hands. And we want to cup the kidneys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then rub the back of the hands where the kidneys are. And if you can't reach, just imagine that you're doing it, okay? Send love to your kidneys. And then let's rub our hands one more time. And we want to do our knees. So outside of the knees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we do the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we do to the left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and then we can also, so that's a nice routine with Spring Forest. You can also lift up your heels and drop. So if you're pregnant, or back pain, please don't do that. Lift the heels and drop. And one more time. So that is Spring Force Qigong's part of their tapping routine. I also like to do the closing that Dr. Paul Lamb does, and we can close out today's class, free demo. So they start with tapping the thighs. Opposite is best, but if you can't do opposite, then go straight on. And lift your legs or just tap. I know Dr. Paul Lamb doesn't do this, but tapping the butt cheeks might feel good. Might help with soreness. And of course, that just reminds me of another tapping the tailbone. Okay, so we're deviating, sorry. I forgot to do that with Dr. Spring Forest. They do this very often, tapping the tailbone. So there we go. Whole bunch of tapping. That's all we're going to do in this region. Okay. So the next one, so that was a variation. The next one is lifting the heel if you're in a chair, or go on the balls of your feet if you're standing. Tighten up your tummy, inhale, and then exhale, open up the hands. We do that again. Imagine your bald eagle, and then you let go, fly, and then we do that again. We're safely in the tree branch, and then we let go and we fly. Let's do it 2 more times. Having the courage and the strength, and trusting life, and going back to today's theme, my love is limitless, right? So feeling the limitless love, that's a tongue twister. And then feeling your limitless love. All right, good. So let's gather chi. More of that chi is love, you know. Let's inhale, gather beautiful abundance of love that's around us all the time. Slowly, can the hands come down. You can bend your knees if you're standing. Hands circle around. Gathering beautiful oxygen. And let it slowly sink into our body. You can also imagine breathing through your skin if you like. Like your hands absorbing all this beautiful nourishment all around us. And all this happiness, right? Look at my shirt. My shirt says, be happy. And slowly come down. One last time. Really feel it. Really bring that energy that you need the most right now in to your body. And we can bring our feet together. And we're going to make a right hand a fist. I'm nearing you guys. Fingers together. That's friendship. Then the thumb together. It's in the fist. It means mutual respect. So I want to thank you so much for coming. And I hope you like that song. You know, my heart, I love music. So I'm so glad to share that with you. And I hope you like you're able to watch the recording later on. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Let me end that first. And then thank you so much for watching later on YouTube. Oh, looks like I lost my screen. There we go.